Welcome, and thank you for coming on board with our team at Switchpoint. Whether you are a board member, staff member, or a volunteer, we need you. It takes all of us to change the face of poverty.
All aboard!
As residents of Southern Utah, we are all on this train together. Our destination? Greater freedom, safety, and prosperity. If we are to get there without delay, however, we have some pressing adjustments to make. Currently, Washington and Iron counties are among the poorest in the state. Almost half of all residents rely on some form of public assistance, with 16% living at or below the federal poverty line. 1 in 6 families have difficulty affording groceries, and more than 1,100 school-aged children face homelessness. These realities don't just affect the well-being of our struggling neighbors, they impact all of us. 1 in 3 youth living in poverty enters the justice system, each costing $400 a day, and a chronically homeless member of our community costs taxpayers over $35,000 a year, a cost that could be cut in half when placed in supportive housing. That's why Switchpoint Community Resource Center works to empower homeless families and individuals to get back on track. We work with each client to create a comprehensive, individualized plan addressing the underlying causes of poverty, allowing them to become self-sufficient, contributing members of our community. In addition to facilitating the transition into stable housing, we build affordable housing. We also work to prevent homelessness by providing resources and support to families facing temporary crisis. Our food pantry helps feed 1,700 households every month, and our community soup kitchen provides over 100 meals every weekday. We also host more than 20 agencies on site that provide additional resources to help anyone achieve greater stability in any stage of life. The Switchpoint Community Resource Center is a community-powered, locally organized response to the unique challenges we face. Our ability to improve the health of our community depends on local support. Your vitally important contribution keeps this train moving. We are so lucky to have you on board. Switchpoint Community Resource Center, changing the face of poverty.
Miss Carol? I'm running into a meeting, but can I call you in an hour? Okay, will do. Bye.
A lot of people ask me how I even got here. How did I start running a homeless shelter?
Oh, don't go over the curb. That's the curb. That's the curb.
The answer is, I have no idea. But, you know, I needed to find something that was bigger than me. And I really thought this might be my calling, is to help our most vulnerable, which was our homeless.
You're broken down and
It all started 5 years ago when Carol Hollowell came upon Ray, a homeless man sitting in the rain.
I was driving to work early one morning, and I saw him in his wheelchair by the library. It was probably 5:30 in the morning and raining. And I just asked him, really, what are you doing? Why are you homeless here? Why are you living behind the library? And he said, I lost my wallet 5 years ago. And I was so overwhelmed with such a simple problem that I thought, well, I can fix that.
And that marked the beginning of Switchpoint. In 2014, the Community Resource Center was formed to help Ray and has since helped more than 4,000 others.
What we see rippling through our community is that with resources that help change the direction of a client, the improvement exponentially gets bigger and bigger and bigger the farther they go down that path. So when we came up with Switchpoint, it's that mechanism on the train track that with a little bit of a turn, you're going in a completely different direction. 6 degrees could send you from Colorado to California.
At Switchpoint, our mission is to empower families and individuals in need by addressing the underlying cause of poverty, providing a comprehensive plan, and supporting them on their journey to self-sufficiency. Our vision is for every individual in our community to embody their inherent worth and value, thrive in affordable housing, and to contribute to society upon finding their self-esteem, hope, and abilities restored. Accomplishing our goals takes the coordination of a dedicated team, each member playing a vital role. As a nonprofit 501c3 corporation, Switchpoint's board of directors oversee all operations, and the executive director is responsible for running them. All of our services, programs, and classes are free and open to the public. The Switchpoint campus is the heart of our operations. Our emergency on-site shelter is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, to accommodate families and individuals in our community who are experiencing homelessness.
So this is our room. We don't have much in here because we have a car.
We provide our clients with individualized case management in order to help them work toward permanent, stable housing as quickly as possible.
I'd be more than happy to go over and we just kind of look, see how you're
Sheltered clients are expected to make progress toward their goals and contribute to the Switchpoint mission. We also provide shower facilities to members of the community who are not currently sheltered. Our housing department works to identify clients who qualify for grants that can help them transition into stable housing. When funding is available, we are also able to provide short-term rental assistance in order to prevent struggling families from experiencing homelessness. Our emergency food pantry provides food assistance to any member of the community who qualifies according to federal poverty guidelines. Those seeking food assistance must meet with the pantry counselor, who will determine their eligibility. At our community soup kitchen, we provide free hot meals Monday through Friday from 11:45 a.m. to 1 p.m. We host a variety of classes and meetings on campus that are available to anyone in the community. They include addiction and recovery support, resume and workforce development, parenting classes, budgeting and finance classes, and many more. Our computer lab is open to the public whenever a volunteer is present. Community members can learn more about these offerings on our website. Our first 2 micro-businesses are located adjacent to the Switchpoint campus. The Switchpoint thrift store offers affordable, gently used clothing and household items to the public. Bed and Biscuits provides dog daycare, boarding, grooming, and training. In addition to helping fund and support our mission, Switchpoint businesses allow us to provide job training to our clients to prepare them for successful employment. They also provide opportunities for clients to earn and use Switchbucks, the Switchpoint currency. In May of 2019, we broke ground on our first affordable housing project, Riverwalk Village. In addition to 13 market rate units, it will provide 42 affordable units, 8 of which are designated specifically for chronically homeless individuals with project-based vouchers. Finally, our Circles program supports families struggling in poverty to forge a pathway to economic stability.
I've always lived poverty, so this time, when I get my own home, this is my dreams.
Participants are paired with allies in the community who build an intentional relationship in order to support them as they work toward achieving their goals. As a member of the Switchpoint team, we hope you take pride in knowing that your efforts are getting statewide and national attention, quickly becoming the standard for best practices in tackling the issues of homelessness. The work you do really does change lives.
When I went to Switchpoint, I was lost. Happiness or success or a home or anything was just, it was so far from me. I was never going to have a place of my own. I was never going to be able to pay my own bills. I was never going to be able to support my kids. I was never going to be able to do these things in life that I've always wanted to do, but instead I just decided to shoot at my arm. I'm not a bad person. I just made a lot of bad decisions. So we went into Switchpoint, you know. They knew who you were. They'd ask you if you need anything, if the kids needed a towel or socks. There was no talking down. And I left that place not feeling ashamed of the situation we were in. They told us the direction we needed to go in and then gave us the tools to get to where we needed to go. But they didn't do it for us. They allowed us to earn that. That made us realize, that made me realize, it's possible. We could do it. Now we have a place of our own, and I think it's amazing. We have a life, you know? And we couldn't have done it without Switchpoint.
The culture that we create here at Switchpoint has a direct impact on the restoration of self-worth, self-confidence, and self-sufficiency of our clients. At Switchpoint, we offer a hand up, not a handout, because we believe that empowering people to recognize and reach their unique potential restores their capacity to participate and contribute in meaningful ways throughout their lifetime. Our services are designed to meet individual need and circumstances. We therefore radically resist the tendency to stereotype, judge, or label struggling members of our community. Every individual has a unique story that led them to our doors and is to be treated with dignity and respect. Every staff member or volunteer who has interactions with clients is held to a high standard of conduct. Staff and volunteers shall not abuse, exploit, neglect, or maltreat any client. No person shall cause verbal or physical harm to another person. All clients' names and information are to remain confidential. Any information learned about individuals while at Switchpoint are not to be shared with any other parties. When interacting with clients, be wise and use discernment. We want you to get to know our staff, other volunteers, and residents in the programs. However, be aware of being taken advantage of by some clients who may employ manipulative tactics to achieve personal and, in some cases, unprofitable agendas. Personal or social relationships with clients are not appropriate. Staff and volunteers are prohibited from engaging in relationships with clients when the fulfillment of their own needs is primary to that of the client. Never initiate interactions with clients that are strictly social or self-serving in nature. Here are some specifics. All board members, staff, and volunteers are required to complete a written incident report as soon as possible if they are party to and/or witness to any incidents on any of our premises involving safety violations, physical injuries, or damage to property. Forms are available from department managers. We encourage all board members, staff, and volunteers to engage with the Switchpoint mission and vision. Please help us by being an advocate. Tell everyone you know about Switchpoint's mission and services. Invite people you know to attend our regularly scheduled tours or schedule a tour for your group with the development director. Be a customer for our businesses that help fund our operations. Encourage others you know to do so as well. Finally, share and interact with our social media postings. Thank you for joining the Switchpoint team. We hope you find joy, fulfillment, and meaning in the important work you do to empower members of our community to improve their lives.